Alright, what's going on, guys? This is Maury from the EBBB Beer Bureau.
And I'm Brian. We're back at you with another review. This is from Yazoo Brewing Company. And they are out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
This is new to both of us because this was kind of thrown in as an extra from one of my buddies. And I'll plug, give him a name drop, Chris Spiceland. He and I have been doing some trading. He loves voodoo and he's got his access to some stuff, and he just was like, hey man, I think you'd like to try this, so sweet, check it out. But so I'm gonna do the old guy thing. This is called Yazoo Foeder beer number 1, and I'm gonna do the flip of the glasses here, and we're gonna go into it. So this is their inaugural sour blonde ale, fermented in Foeder number 1.
Okay.
This non-blended ale was fermented with multiple funky Brettanomyces, wild yeasts, and souring bacteria that all lend to an ever-evolving tart, bright character.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of funky character going on there.
I gotta admit, Brettanomyces is one of my favorite aromas to pick up on a beer. When it comes to this style, I just, there's something about the aroma to it that I love, love, love.
I'm getting almost a little bit of kind of a lemon, but also an apricot.
Yeah, no, I could an apricot for sure.
Yeah, apricot, and then I get a hint of cheese on the nose, just a little bit, a little bit of a funky cheese behind the fruits that I just mentioned.
Hidden behind the stalks, is that what you're talking about, man?
Yes, basically. Yep.
No, I can see that, man. There's a nice little funk to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers, everybody. Oh wow, nice, tart,
clean.
It's definitely
bam.
Yeah, it's
and then it kind of there's not a lot on the back end of this beer lingering, other than just a little bit of tartness, a little bit of the fruit character. But I like that it finishes clean.
Yeah, I do too, and I feel like it finishes kind of like that apricot feel to it, fruit wise.
Yeah, it does.
Wow. Wow, this is a nice little pleasant surprise. When this was sent, I wasn't sure how I felt about it.
It's always nice to get something from a brewery you've never heard of.
Ticker's gonna tick, I guess, is the theme. But at the same time, it's pleasant when you crack open something, and maybe you get an aroma when you first pour it. But then when you get to sip it, and you're like, oh wow. It follows. It's a decent beer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see a few more beers from these guys just to
see what they're all about.
Settle into a couple of bottles and set it in the basement.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty nice beer with some nice fruit flavors. I do wish it had just a little bit more carbonation. I also liked, though, what I did really enjoy about it is that there was a little bit of cheesiness on the nose. It wasn't too present in the taste. I don't mind a little bit of that cheesy funk character, but when there's too much of it, I feel like it can ruin a beer. I also could use a little bit more from the actual Foeder aging. It didn't really say how long they left it in there, so it could have just been a month or two.
Right.
Some breweries do a quick age in those things. But that being said, it is an easy drinking sour blonde beer with pretty nice flavors, so I'm giving it a 4. Brian?
I was kind of tossing it around, and I don't know if it's been a hot minute since I've had something like this. It's kind of been a surprise, so I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt and round up a little. I'm going to go with a 4.25 on it. But I will say this. Yes, could I use a little bit more carbonation? A little bit, not really nitpicking, saying that it's flat.
No, I'm not saying it's flat.
I think it's drinking very well right now. I like the fruit characteristic of whatever it is, if it's an apricot or something like that. But that's what sticks in my head.
Yeah, no, it definitely has that vibe.
But and Maury always knows that I kind of am a sucker for Brettanomyces beers. Like I kind of like it a lot,
Right, yeah,
man.
no.
Like out of the souring agents, it's one of my favorites. So I think that's what's like allowing me to kind of round up into it. I think for a beer like this, 5.8% is pretty decent.
For sure.
A lot of these are real low ABVs going into it, but I'm digging this beer, and I'm kind of liking the fact that number one, I brought a beer tonight that you haven't had before.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
You know, when it comes to all of us reviewing, it's kind of hard to like grab a beer out of anywhere and say, hey, somebody hasn't had this beer,
right?
You know, and to do a review where neither one of us has had it, and maybe
those are the best reviews,
right? And maybe down the road we like
going in, we don't know anything about it.
I hit up Chris Spiceland and say, hey, dude, like. Whatever they got, like, you know, maybe I just send you money and just buy me a bunch of it and send it and we'll review it. But yeah, for me, like, I'm at a 4.25, and I'm just really enjoying this beer all around, man. Like I am. You know, could it be better? Always, every beer.
Well,
could be
yeah,
better.
well, I mean.
So, but no, seriously, for Yazoo Brewing,
I think it's tasty. And thank you, Chris, for sending
seriously,
it.
yeah.
Thanks, Brian, for drinking it with me. And till next time, guys.
Cheers, everybody.